Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the episode of Earthbound Randomizer, where we got this bopping music, which is even more of a bop when you listen to it in the car. Just saying, because recently I've actually been listening to a bunch of video game music about driving back and forth from work, or just driving in general. And honestly, it's a vibe. But also, thankfully, we were able to run away and go to this present, which will have a vinyl capsule inside. We will definitely take that. I don't know who to use it on though, so we'll figure that out probably after this episode or something like that. But either way, we are going to try to avoid or run away from as many enemies as we can until we get to the boss. Mostly because I want to preserve as much psychic powers as we can, because it is going to be continuing from last episode, which we are primarily going to be using the PS moves against all the enemies in here. Apparently we're stuck up on that enemy, even though, we were not. Actually, it's hard to tell whether we're behind a fire or not. But we got a spectrum beam from inside of here, which we're not going to equip because we have the depth beam, which might be Jeff's ultimate weapon, I don't quite remember. That way is fine, and in the last present we got ourselves a luck capsule. Okay, cool. So we'll hold on to both those capsules for now because I need to figure out which one to actually use it on. But either way, we have made it to the rest stop right before the boss. And Joy can't breathe. Blop blop blop. Oh no. So sad. I feel so bad for these guys. I'm trying to talk to this one right beside it. Oh no, can't see anything. Rob, where is Rob? No. That means Dr. Andonuts has been thinking of the Jeff/Rob this whole time. Which honestly is like really sad, but also very sweet at the same time, because since he doesn't really see Rob that much in the actual game, he still thinks of him, and thinks of him for a long time, because from the last interaction we had with him, you should know that. That way, we're talking to this NPC now, which looks like his lack of oxygen, maybe he is a titan or something like that. Either way, you are much stronger than our intelligence indicated. We were not prepared for that eventuality. The prophecy from the Apple of Enlightenment may be true, but you must not underestimate us. I mean, you also shouldn't underestimate us as well. Mind you, I guess technically you were considering you thought we were weaker than what it actually was, but it's fine. Either way, we are fighting a thug clone, which I love how it goes from a Summers dude all the way to pretty much what Frank is. And I love how it also saved the colors from being blue to like a purple or blue. I don't actually know what color that is because I'm partially tint blind, and ow! Ooh, he has a shield on, which sucks, because that means we're probably collapsed over here, and Holly then collapsed. So now it's literally just Ryan, and this dude, which, ooh, we don't have much. That means Rob 10 is really going to be the one that is taking charge here. Thankfully, the power is out, so it probably should. Honestly, what tip? This is exactly why you should take this tip before you actually go into a boss fight, is to straight off just use the neutralizer as soon as you can. Probably a PK counter, but that's generally like right after you get that. But now we're just going to shoot this thug because, well, since we don't have the PKs anymore, this is also the reason why I wanted to make sure that we had at least some kind of an attacker going on. Huzzah was defeated, which then defeated the ground as well, which sounds really weird to say. So just imagine Alec and Rob just like punching the ground or something like that. Hoo-wee, that was a lot of EXP that we just got there. And tag! He finally learned the next skill, which means we can now actually revive people, although right now we can't really do that because we don't actually have the physical power to do that. Psychic powers, rather. When you defeated the Starman DX. Okay, I mean, I thought it was a thug, but I guess it was just a Starman in disguise. The Stonehenge Base ceased to function. So it was a base after all that. And I wonder if that... it kind of makes me think that would be some kind of, like, a ship handle, whatever it's called, able to, like move this. Hello? Rob, buddy! Oh, me. Oh my. You came to rescue me, pal. Oh, Alec, I'm Tony. I'm Rob's best friend. I've known him for the longest time. I love Tony, he's so cute. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start the phase store as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot to thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about us. You've got important things to do. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Andonuts? Even if Andonuts has passed on, he'll keep watching over us from wherever he's at. Apparently Everdread passed out. Or rather, he died, which I don't remember him actually dying. But either way, I think now would probably be the time to use the exit mouse, because we don't actually have anything else that we can do it here as far as I'm aware of. If so, I'll let you guys know. Oh, but wait, we do have Applehead that we're supposed to talk to. Apparently that this has an effort room. Oh, we got a ribbon, thank you. Little cute little thing. And I expected there to be about 7% chance that you would rescue me. I just about thought it was a good opportunity to meet Mr. Saturn. I also got to meet Dr. Andonuts. See you. What? You're looking for the Book of Overcoming Shyness. I returned it to Alec Library. Please use the book to help the shy Tenda people. Anyway, because I knew you, I had an incredible experience. Wow! I was kidnapped by some Gygus toadies. I love you, Apple Kid. And now we're back in audit because why not? Also, don't know if we actually ended up going into this trash can, which has a fresh egg inside. Speaking of which, we can also now sell our chicken that we had. And one of the towns that actually has music in it. Honestly, I'm glad to be back in audit over here. I forgot that we just have a sleepy character that's just somehow levitating on the ground. This is why I love playing randomizers. Sometimes it doesn't make no sense. Other times they do. It's not necessarily return the map now. Come back in the year 2001 to return it. I wonder what would happen. Okay, does anybody actually know? And now we're in the library, which I don't remember exactly where the Overcoming Shyness is. There's some other books other than Overcoming Shyness, and you found the Book of Overcoming Shyness. I love how you literally just have to check different bookshelves in order to actually find it. But also, does anybody know if the N64 has an internal clock or not? I know that the GameCube does. The reason why I asked that is because the librarian, I believe that's who she is, or the front desk person, was like, come back in 2001 to return this map. I was like, I wonder what would happen if it does have an internal clock, would it know? If it doesn't, what would happen if we come back in 2001? Like, why does she say that? I love it. But like, bruh. So I thought we were able to teleport it to the Tenda people, were we not? I guess not. So, back through the deep darkness that we go then. Book! Can't fix shyness. Thanks. Relax. I'll read to everyone. Oh, just holding this book in my hands makes me feel like I'm overcoming my shyness already. I really have to take the time to read it to everyone. That's adorable. I really love the Tenda. The leader of the Tenda tribe reads Overcoming Shyness to everyone. And now everybody is no longer shy anymore. I'm so happy for them. Good job, guys. Good job. I'd like to give you some Tender Trot in return. Tender Trot is a type of dish that all Tenda like. It stinks, but it tastes wonderful. Just like sauerkraut, or I don't really remember what the actual thing is, but the can of fish, it also smells disgusting, but apparently it tastes really, really good. I love it. And now he takes back the Book of Overcoming Shyness, which I believe he can actually return. I'm not really sure, but we can't move, which means we are going to take our pictures instantaneously by the genius photographer himself. I love how he waited until all the Tenda overcame the shyness in order to take a picture. Like, he's very thoughtful. He's like, yep, these guys don't want to interact with people, so I will respect that. I also have my cat on me, which might jump off now. Oh, yep, there he goes. Bye, Knuckles. Because he was trying to not bump the microphone, as cats do, because they don't really want to run into things, much like we don't want to. And apparently that was a great photograph. So I wonder what that's going to look like in credits. Because we do get to see them after, once the credits rolls, I believe. Hey you, I have a happy little question for you. Boom! Are you sure this is the correct player name? If that's not right, you could change it. Hey, it's actually a vanilla one. I like your Horn of Life. Give me Horn of Life, I give you something. And sadly we don't have the Horn of Life, so these guys don't actually have a merchant unlike every other area does. Instead, you can trade things with it. Recently, everyone is able to talk a lot, so I've lost my identity. Oh yes, this was the only Tenda in this village that's actually not shy. Powerful, So, show everyone! Heck yeah, Tenda. You do that. I got it, yeah! Heck yeah, you are very strong for really flinging that rock. I love how the rock had a face, and pretty sure could talk like this one over here. Good evening, I am a talking rock. But the rocks around here don't talk too much. The rock that talks the most is in deep down the labyrinth a ways ahead. In the Lost Under. Don't forget to talk to the rock, it is important. Thank you very much, friendly rock, that we will do. Now I'm really curious to see what giant enemies are up ahead for us to attack. These are so many unmerciful mites, which means we're just going to use PK Hammer because may as well also just fire anything that could really just use more than one. And we'll get the other two to defend because these two might just defeat them all at once. Who knows? Oh my goodness, why is there also so many of these down here? And why are these clouds called mites? And we have one more survivor, which Rob will then take care of because why not? Now I'm curious to know what amount of EXP we'll actually get from all this. That is a lot! And good job from leveling up Mr. Omar. I'm also so happy that now that Alec has revived because now we don't have to rely on poor Omar to revive everybody. And I also like how this actually is like a maze or a labyrinth. It's like another one of those like mole sanctuary areas. By that, I mean the gold mine. I also love how this duck is literally just painted green. I don't know why I tried to run away from all these enemies still. I think it's just a habit at this point from the beginning of the episode. Now, we talk to this rock. We made a cage for dinosaurs and locked them up. That is what my brother tells me, but I do not believe it. He is just spewing out of his cake hole. Dang, this rock is pretty sassy. In its present, we got ourselves a shield killer inside, so that would have been great to have for the boss. But mind you, it's not like we really knew that that was actually going to be down here. But I also love how the music in the background, I think, is supposed to be the slowed down version of the hotel music. And we ran into a lot of mites again. But I like how the music in here sounds similar to the hotel music. I don't know if it's supposed to be that or if it's supposed to be a bit long. If anybody actually recognizes where it's supposed to be from, because it's supposed to be in this game, not the other ones, because unlike the overall sprites, or I guess these sprites, every music that's going to be randomized in this game is from the actual game. So, does anybody else recognize it but not quite know what it is? Either way, we defeated them, and now that I think about it, it might actually be the music from after defeating the enemies and not actually leveling up, but slightly different. I could be wrong though, but congratulations Holly, from leveling up. So apparently this is an episode of getting lots of EXP just unintentionally, because these enemies have all so far been fairly easy enemies to defeat, but now we'll see if we can run away, because Ryan, aka Alec, is now running low of physical powers once again, or psychic powers. I don't know why he wants to call it physical powers, But out of the way, we got a chickens out of here, which means we are going to have lots of money to be able to get. That's like 15,000. So you are the one that we did talk to before. I heard a more interesting story, the rumor about Tessie. It's about the cave boys in Stonehenge. Many claim to have actually seen them. And technically we would have been able to see them if it were to randomizer. But we did see one that— oh, there's a Starman here. What, is this going to be a cutesy Starman? Nope, this is a Scalded Starman. I don't actually remember what Scalded is supposed to be. But oh man, that made pretty much all of them cry except for Rob. Which means Rob is going to be the one that's going to defeat this dude over here. Unless he cries here, I'm also hoping that this Flash is not going to one-shot us. Because I believe Flash, it might be another one, but I think this is the one that has a chance to actually one-shot kill. Which is terrifying. But as this present, we got ourselves another Casey bat. Usually there would only be one, but since it's a randomizer, we can get so many more. I also wonder if we're going to end up finding another ultimate weapon or other defense things here as well. We got a cavalry stick in there. Okay, we take that. That's some healing. I also love how this is just another maze. I think I mentioned that before. Okay, some more termites over here, which we actually just ran away from because it was only 3. There was this little amount left. I don't even run into this one already. We didn't. Is it a degenerate sewer rat? I don't know why some of these names just make me laugh. I also just realized how big the mice's teeth is. Are we sure this is actually— oh, I was gonna say, are we sure this is actually a mouse, not just a rat? And rest in peace, Omar, defeated by a rat. It's just like that sometimes, but that's another reason why I was like, yes, Omar, or not Omar, Alec can finally heal. But now he got himself a chef special this time. Okay, good job, Alec, for picking that up. And now we'll also get this over here, which I'm also wondering why the one butterfly, the first one that we actually ran into, I believe, ended up having this weird like audio glitch. Dalam Restaurant. We accept dollars. Oh, okay, I didn't know that this was actually Dalam. And we found another present, which has a Mr. Saturn coin inside, which sadly we don't have enough items, but that's a good thing to find. Oh yeah, I also forgot, we should also give the ribbon to Holly, because I believe that might actually be a little bit higher defense than the ribbon she has right now. But let's pick up this item over here. Apparently I'm so excited going into the menu back and forth like that. There's also— I don't know if we went through this bridge or not. I think we already did. I don't know why— actually no, because this area does have some ropes that are very close to each other. There's another Starman. I am also just trying to go back and why is there so many mites down here? My goodness. Okay, now at least we ran into at least like— oh, we stuck up on these guys. Okay, we take that. And this time we're actually going to use Starstorm because I have a feeling this is going to be enough to actually like KO all of them. We'll see after we get this done. And it just wasn't these guys having a lot of defense. Like, my goodness. But at least this will defeat them. I'm guessing that they have HP of at least like 600. Because I believe it went up to like 500 there. Or at least more than 400. But like, whoo, those little mites are like feisty. Also, so sad that we don't have exit mites anymore. Exit mites. Running into so many of them. Oh! I didn't realize this was a your sanctuary boss. Because I was so used to seeing these icons over here as just regular enemies. And oh! Okay. It's actually the Storm Bros. The amiable Storm Bros. But sadly, Alec no longer has his PK move, so that means the other ones are going to be the ones taking charge over here. We're also just going to use Monkey's Love, because we didn't use that last time when we actually got it, which is like 2 episodes ago. And I don't think— ooh, okay. Here's a move on here, which I'm so tempting to use. Auto Fight. So Brain Shock, Mirror, a lot of things that are not. But it looks like Hollis is going to get defeated. But that's okay because we're just going to revive Holly. But too bad that doesn't also get the what's her shield, her physical powers back up. And I don't know why they decided to just use a neutralizer because that literally does nothing for us. But I'm going to now use freeze again, which might kill her. But I'm hoping that the counter PS music unit will be able to be used against it more, and we'll also just use magnet just in case, because I'd rather keep Omar here because at least then he could revive people who are fallen again, and he could also be the one that then heals everybody. So this unit should hopefully once again take down the shield, but we'll see about that. And fingers crossed that it was enough. Yes, it was, and haha, it solidified. But now it's just to speed through this. And then after all of that, poor Omar got defeated. And what the heck are you trying to do here, boy? And that is the freeze, which now... Ooh, I don't really know what we want to do. No, we're just going to bash it, and we're going to hope that this thing is going to get defeated before it party wipes us. But at least now, at the end of the episode, even if we get defeated, it's fine because we could just go all the way back over here. Why did you steal that item? You could have used every other thing. I also wonder, I don't actually remember what this enemy is actually supposed to be in vanilla. No, we're just gonna auto fight because there's not really much else we can do, and hope that we are going to survive. But with that then too, this means that if we keep using the center attack, the only target is going to be the one that has the electric to be able to deflect. So for all we know, it's either Holly's going to defeat it, or it's going to be defeated by its own lightning. And I don't actually know how it ended up getting that neutralizer. I'm guessing that it's actually just using that as a PS move. And also, here's kind of a random question for you guys. For PK moves, or PSI moves, whatever you want to call them, if you know them, because I know that not everybody knows these games or not, so if you're new to watching the series, hello, welcome to our Randomizer, and welcome to Earthbound. I hope you're enjoying it. But for those who do know the moves, what are your favorite moves? Because for me, I would say PK Star Storm is probably my favorite, just because it's interesting and, like, come on, it's literally, you're using stars, pretty sure it's like a meteor is going down. But good job, Holly, you were the one that defeated it, and also that was the one that's going to absorb all of these. Just too bad you can't heal anybody yet, though I'm still so surprised. She's only learning all her offense moves and magnet, but nothing else. But hey, we take it. That means we found another used sanctuary, which leads us even that much closer to getting to it. This is also my favorite used sanctuary, because I think it's interesting looking at this. And it makes me think of one, I don't remember if it was a late night show or what, but there's this one show that pretty much had this thing as a background. But, Alec, it's been a long road getting here. Actually, we could just speed it up. Soon, I'll be able to go home. What's happening? My thoughts are being written on the wall. Or are they? I don't know. It isn't your sanctuary, so technically it could be reading his mind, or maybe it's projecting inside of their minds. It's also interesting how it's only reading Alec's mind and not the other characters as well. I wonder why that would be the case. I'm guessing it's because he has the Sound Stone, and it probably knows that he is the prophet, or one of the prophets, or at least the leader. But now, we are entering what's probably a third favorite place in here, which also has slapping music. The deep under, baby. I'm really curious to know what enemies we're going to be attacking against. But as of right now, we are just going to try to find a save point. So it looks like No, goodness, that dynamite, the dynamite icon is supposed to be in the water. Oh my gosh, I love how even the water is just randomized. Okay, we got a giant card painter up here. But, anyways, as we get attacked from this, which who knows is supposed to be a dead store. It's a thick axe, I love it. We're just going to try to run away from it, because I'm going to navigate all the way to a safe space, rather, and save, because all that's really going to be missed in doing so will just be, I think, giving the tender trout to one of the tendas down here, and that's about it. But either way, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, slap that subscribe button, say something down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I will see you in the next video. And I'm sure I'll also see other enemies going through here, which I'll be looking forward to show you what they are next episode. Either way, just get on a fight here, because now that the challenge is over. And until then, peace.